my friends, and welcome or welcome back to my channel. I wanted to come on and do kind of a follow-up reading to the one I did yesterday with the spiritual hug. Anyway, I just wanted to come on and do another reading focused on that light worker energy, because I have to say, you guys leave such beautiful comments. I did trigger a few people with that reading about being a light worker, and I don't know, you guys. I just felt like I needed to come on and do another reading and have another conversation with you guys. It doesn't feel like a reading. It feels more like a conversation with a friend. So this is going to be for my light workers out there. I have to tell you, part of that reading yesterday was me telling you that if you put yourself out there, people are going to judge you, and you have to learn how to not let them take that power from you, not let them have power over you. Perfect example, and unfortunately I was triggered and I deleted the comment, which I'm not supposed to be doing. But somebody left a comment about how, well, I was gonna click on this reading, but then I remembered how you laugh so much. And they took time out of their day to write this really long thing about how I really need to reflect on my laugh and how it's a defense mechanism. And you know, guys, I'm used to it. People comment on my laugh all the time. That's high vibrational energy. I spent my whole life not laughing as a defense mechanism, okay? I spent my entire life not laughing. And as I was reading this comment, I was thinking about that affirmation that Pile 3 had in their reading yesterday. Instead of trying to change others, I change myself. And I thought of, like, I wish I hadn't deleted the comment. I was triggered and I deleted it. But I feel like that person should be spending more time thinking about, why are they being triggered by someone who's happy, someone who's laughing? Some of my laughter, it's just the way I express myself. Anyway, I just want you guys to know that it doesn't matter what other people think of you. It really doesn't. And we shouldn't give people like that power over us to make us feel bad about ourselves. And I found it entertaining that it was on the reading. They probably didn't even watch it. It was on the reading where I was trying to tell you guys, it's okay to be yourselves. It's okay to put yourselves out there. And then I have that, you know, that energy. That's what I mean. I think I triggered a few people. So I say, let's shine our light a little brighter. So I want to get, actually, let's start with bottom of the deck energy. I pulled out some of my Lightworker decks that I don't use a lot in my love readings, and I thought we could just spend some time channeling some Lightworker energy, my soul family. It is okay to ask for guidance when the way is unclear. So maybe you're unclear about the direction your life is going right now. It's okay. I always say it's okay to ask your spirit guides for help. It's okay to say to them out loud, like I usually do it when I go to bed, just while I'm laying in bed trying to fall asleep. But you can ask them to send you signs and synchronicities. You can ask them questions and say, like, can you please show me the way? Can you point me on the right path? And then the trick is keeping your eyes open, because the signs are everywhere, you guys. The signs are everywhere. Be calm and keep going. 10. So maybe you're someone who's trying to take that leap of faith onto your soul path. And I'm here to hold your hand, my friend. Hold my hand and I'll help you leap. Or I'll, you know, if you want me to push you, I'll push you. Anyway, I saw a few of you in my comments yesterday saying that you've been fighting your ego about doing it. And I'm telling you, let's do it. Shine that light. Anyway, maybe you asked for a sign, for example. Maybe you asked for a sign, or you asked for guidance and you came upon this reading, for example. Signs are everywhere. Signs can be in music. Signs can be in television shows, in numbers you see throughout your day. Be like your spirit guide. If you guys hear that bang, bang. My kids are playing darts again. Anyway, oh my gosh, that's the card from yesterday. Hang on. Sign. That's that card from yesterday. That's a sign. While I'm here with my friends, right before I started this reading, I was listening to another reading. And do you know what I'm noticing a lot on YouTube right now? In tarot. Tarot readers are starting to close their comment sections. And that's because of those freaking commenters who make comments like that. You came to serve, Lightworker. Anyway, it dawned on me, like, that's sad, because I feel it's sad that tarot readers have to do that, because they're trying to provide love and light and guidance, and people are just giving their opinions. Oh, it's a ranty day, you guys. I'm feeling ranty. Oh, it's the same one. Your soul will find those you were meant to experience life with. You guys, I knew I needed to do another reading on that pile, or on that energy. Oh my goodness. See? Don't be embarrassed to mess up. Did you see how embarrassed? Well, I wasn't embarrassed, but did you see how pathetic my shuffling just was? Don't be afraid. If you're thinking about being a light worker, for example, like doing what I'm doing, don't be afraid to bring out your book. I bring out my books. It's how you learn. Oh my goodness gracious. That one was in the reading yesterday too. Inner space and universal knowledge 20. Oh, yes. Judgment. You're calling. You're waking up. I just feel like shuffling one more time. I don't know. Getting into the energy. Always in motion. 22. Always in motion. All right. So I have a bunch of my favorite decks here for light working. For light worker messages. Success isn't what you have, it's what you do with what you have. Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? For example, this is a really poor example, but I used to, I was a photographer, and when I did big events, because I had a huge lens and a nice camera, so many people would make the comment, like at weddings, oh yeah, of course you can take nice photos when you have that nice camera. And it's not about, success isn't about what you have. It's about what you do with what you have. That's exactly right. That's the only comparison I could use there. So, if you're someone, for example, who wants to get into this and you're thinking, well, I only have like 2 decks, start with 2 decks. I used to sit there and watch like SO Tarot, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, all the pretty decks. I could never do that. You can. Start with what you have. The only way forward is to take that step. The only way to get to the top is to climb. If you wait until you're ready, you'll probably never be ready. You've just got to take that leap. Take your 2 decks and leap off that cliff. And I mean it, you'll grow as you grow. Anyway, I am feeling very lit up here. And that's what I mean. When I'm giggling and stuff, I'm vibing at a very high vibration. I often tell people, like, I don't even know why I used to drink when I can do this. And people are like, you're demonic. I think that says more about you than me, if you're calling me demonic. Anyway. My friends, I feel my friends in this reading, my soul friends. Success isn't about what you have, it's about what you do with what you have. Your life is about to move in new directions, but don't be in a hurry to conquer everything in a short space of time. Spirit sages teach that success is to be enjoyed and understood. Therefore, it must be allowed to open slowly. Yes! I have something I want to say after this. Like a flower whose blossom is enjoyed for much longer when it opens naturally and with the right elements, when it follows nature. Enjoy each step of the journey to your full potential and don't just look for the outcomes. The process is often the greater lesson. Oh my gosh, I have chills. First of all, this is on page 65, and lover's energy can be about making a choice. So perhaps you are trying to make a choice to dive into your spiritual wisdom, or to be a spiritual advisor, or to be a light worker, Hierophant energy, Gemini, Taurus, Libra. One thing I wanted to mention is before I even started doing this, I had a reader that I went to who would pick up on this energy in me, and she would say, you're gonna, you're gonna be a guide for others. You're gonna be a light. People are gonna say, they find you to be so healing. And I was like, whatever. And she guided me to write an intention letter, which I wrote and I put under my pillow, and I should really show it to you guys. I don't know if I have showed it to you. I should really show it to you. Do I want to? Hang on. All right. So anyway, before I show it to you, I'm going to get back to my point. My point was, this reader told me that success isn't instant, and you don't want instant success. You have to open slowly like a flower, and that's how you find your tribe. That's how you find your collective. That's how you find your niche, whatever you want to call it. So don't put pressure on yourself to be worried about views and likes and numbers and who it's reaching, and especially if you're a light worker, if you start trying to put work out there just to put it out there, and it's feeling forced, you're going to find that people won't be as receptive to that work, if that makes sense. So again, don't be intimidated by, well, I could never have 100,000 followers. I could never do this. Like, I could never have that many decks. Don't be intimidated by those thoughts. Those are your ego trying to throw you off course. Remember, you can grow while you grow. And you don't have to be grown up into this beautiful flower to put yourself out there. That's part of the beauty, is putting yourself out there when you're trying to blossom, if that makes sense. Anyway, I can't stress this enough, you guys. I didn't think this is where my life was going to end up. And even when something inside of me was telling me, you could do that, wouldn't it be cool to do that? And I was feeling called, like I'm getting goosebumps, because I cannot explain my spiritual awakening to anyone without sounding like a crazy person. Anyway, I had no belief that I could do this. And I really do want to mention this intention letter that I wrote, because I wrote it without believing what I was writing. And all I was told is write it in present tense. And when I wrote it, I was not doing well. I was in photography, struggling with my bills, struggling, with the rising cost of food, living, paycheck to paycheck, just like my parents did. And I wrote this intention letter, and I didn't believe in any of it. I was so far away from who I am now. So I want to tell you guys, change is possible. And when I look back, it felt like it was just yesterday I wrote that intention letter. Anyway, I said, I want to build a tarot business, okay? And then I want to expand my tarot business. And then you write how you would feel. I would feel happy. I would feel fulfilled. I would feel empowered. I would feel like I was fulfilling my life purpose. I had no idea what any of that meant to feel, okay, when I wrote it. I didn't know what it meant to feel happy or fulfilled or to feel like I was living my life purpose. But I wrote it, and that's what I feel now that I'm living. Anyway, intentions, new moons, powerful stuff, my friends. Write it down, put it under your pillow. It's funny because when I go away, I'll message my partner and I'll be like, can you go hide my pillows? Because I don't want my kids finding all my intention letters. My pillows are full of intention letters. Anyway. I am a successful tarot reader. I laugh because when I wrote this, I didn't believe in any of this. I am paid well on YouTube. I have lots of clients. Clients appreciate my energy. Clients say I bring them peace. I am spiritual. I am capable of anything. I am very busy with clients. I keep having to raise my prices. I can heal people with my light. People send me tarot decks. I had I would watch, I don't know if you guys know who Happy Twins is, Happy Twins 111. And I would watch her and people would send her decks and I'd be like, that is, people are so nice. That is so nice. And you guys send me decks all the time. And I tell you, I can't believe this is the life I'm living anyway. And I wanted to point out, I'm not going to show you the whole thing because some of it's about, pretty personal stuff. But I wanted to show you this very important part, which I just read for the first time since I wrote this letter years ago. And look at this. I never thought I would find my soul tribe, and look at where I am. Finding my soul tribe, and I'm talking about you, whoever's watching this, you're my soul tribe. You're who I'm talking about. Whoever's sitting through this weird rant that I'm going on, you're my soul tribe. Finding my soul tribe, how would I feel? I would feel happy. Like I have people I can turn to. I would feel like I belong. Like I have a family. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry. And then the intention part of it was, I have a soul tribe. My soul tribe loves me. I belong with my soul tribe. They understand me. They accept me. I have a family. I am supported. I am loved. And that's exactly how I feel with you guys. So that's I haven't read that since I wrote it. So I'm having a really strong reaction to that because I have found you guys. So if you're here for this Lightworker reading with me and my ranty ways, you're part of my soul family. Do you guys have a drink? I have a lemon water. Cheers. All right. Let's get into your reading as I wipe away my tears. All right. What do we need to know, Spirit? My Lightworkers, my star seeds, potential star seeds. My Lightworkers, my besties. Speak your truth with passion. Don't care what... I've been telling you guys, my rants are my truth. And you know that I've been struggling with it. I've been saying in my readings, I'm actively struggling with not apologizing for how much I'm talking right now. And when you point it out, it's really easy to see. For me, when I point it out, there is something here about sharing your authentic voice. Don't dim your light. When you're speaking your truth, you will be passionate about it. 45, Emperor energy and Hierophant energy. And, I was talking yesterday about masculine energy and about how you need to embody actually masculine energy in order to do things like start your own business and put yourself out there, because balanced masculine energy is confident, not afraid to go after what you want, not afraid to speak your truth. You know your worth. That is balanced masculine energy. And you need that in order to put yourself out there. And I didn't start, people will say, you're so confident. I did not start out. If you guys look back at my older readings, I did not start out being so open. I held myself back a lot. Anyway, 45 also equaling 9, which is your soul path. Shout out to whoever was talking about the number 19 and the number 9 and about how they kept thinking it was a sign for their counterpart because of the sun and because of other things. And I was going to type, but I'm really bad at typing in those sections, those comment sections. But what I was going to say is 19 sun energy and 9, that's your evolution of self. So I think that's beautiful that you figured that out, that the sun was about you. The sun was about you finding your soul path, finding your light. Beautiful. I have goosebumps. Speak your truth with passion. 88. Oh my goodness gracious, you guys. You have learned many lessons thus far on your journey, and it's an interesting moment when you sense that you know something more than you thought you did. When that sense of awakening springs from deep inside you, it is time to share it with others. Guardian spirits are telling you to believe in yourself and speak out, trusting that you are connected to the higher powers of the universe. There's only one truth, and you are truly connected to Source. That is what you will speak. Remember, when you share your experiences with others, you will learn more about your true purpose too. Beautiful. So maybe you've gone through experiences like a lot of us light workers have, that you can help others heal and grow by sharing your story, by sharing your experiences. You guys always tell me when I share my experiences with you, you feel really connected to me. I know it's hard to be honest and put yourself out there. I know it's hard to, like I said, people will judge you. People will try and push you off your path. People will be jealous. People will be threatened by your light. People will be threatened by your happiness or laughing. I don't know. Anyway. When it feels right, do it. Interesting. Well, I want to get another one. It's time to move forward. Hierophant energy. I feel like right now I'm supposed to be helping you embody your masculine energy. You can do it. I wish I had lions. That's what I need. I need lions. The giraffes. Oh, that was weird. Giraffes. Interesting. See it from a higher perspective. The zebras are here, but they're not as fierce as lions. Anyway, it is time to move forward. 5, Hierophant energy. It's time to put yourself out there. My spirit guides were like, if you're ready. we don't want to push you. Meanwhile, earlier I was like, I'll push you. Anyway, I love you guys, and there's a reason I felt called to do this reading again. And I don't even know who's going to see it, but I see a heart awakening here, and I feel like the time is now, whatever you're doing. You know, so if you're thinking about putting yourself out there in some capacity, just make your social media account, just name it. Start with naming it. See if the name is available, because that's always an issue. That's what I did. I made a name on YouTube, and then first I went to TikTok. And then I went to YouTube and made a name on there. And then I went and made an email. And then I did nothing with it for months. But anyway, the time to start putting down those roots is now. It's time to move forward. 5. So let's look at what that is. Again, I can tell you my ego. I struggle with my ego all the time. Like right now, my ego's like, no one's going to watch this reading because it's not about love. That's what my ego sounds like, apparently. And apparently my higher self is laughing at it. When your thoughts have been stuck on the same thing for too long, it is time to move on to other things. No matter how dark and heavy the clouds of emotion that have built up in your mind, remember that above them, a light is wanting to shine through. I said giraffe for a reason. Remember I said giraffe, and I said from higher perspective looking down anyway. Dark and heavy clouds, remember that above them, a light is waiting to shine through. You don't think that's weird? The minute I said giraffe, I was like, why am I saying giraffe? That's magic. It's crazy pants. It is time to direct your thoughts to the power of the spirit healers and helpers who are ready to help you. Yeah, I am. Yay, you. And ask to be shown a way out of despair. Ask this once a day until you feel the weight of the emotions lifting and the healing light raising your mind to better things again. Truly beautiful spirit healers are as close to you as your own thoughts are right now. Beautiful. And it's on page 32, which is 5, so 55. You could be struggling to leave an old job. You could be, sometimes when we're supposed to be doing something different, the universe starts making our life kind of crazy, especially if it's a job. I've described it to you guys how it happened for me. It got to the point where I was losing in photography. I was always still a well-known photographer. I'm just not doing it anymore. But when my intuition was telling me that I was supposed to be doing this, and my logical brain was like, well, no, you probably won't be able to make money doing that. You already invested in photography. You've been doing it for 10 years. It pays the bills. The longer I fought it, the more that tower came down, my photography tower. And it got to the point where I hit rock bottom financially, and I had no choice but to put myself out there doing this. I had no choice. I was like, okay, the time is now. It's go time. I often tell people, tower moment, you can either jump from the tower safely or you can be thrown out of the tower. And I was thrown out of the tower. I'm a Taurus. I am stubborn. Anyway, so perhaps, for example, if you are a counterpart, I got to make sure this is still recording. It is. Is it? Yeah, it is. Oh, dear. So for example, if you're a counterpart and you're feeling in the depths, you're feeling the darkness, you're feeling like you're holding on to delusion, you could have to, I feel like it's time for you to focus on your soul path and to take your attention off of that and to listen to your intuition. And the more you focus on what your heart is guiding you towards, the more the energy will work in your favor in terms of your soul connection. I truly believe that. There comes a time in soul connections where we need to pay attention to our soul path in order to evolve in that soul connection. But anyway, let's get one more out of this deck. We have success isn't what you have, it's what you do with what you have. We already got that card. Interesting. I'm going to get a different one. That's just confirmation though. When it feels right, do it. It's interesting. It's really interesting how some of these cards are repeating so much. It shows me that I was right to do this reading. When it feels right, do it. Interesting. I'm hearing that song, if it feels right, do it. Even if you shouldn't, don't. I don't actually know the words. I can sing it if it's playing. If it feels good, do it, even if you shouldn't. Is it? I don't even know what it is. So let's see this. 32, 5 again, you guys. Lots of fives. Fives are about change. Fives are about, I think of the Hierophants of spiritual growth. I'm looking at 5. It's not card 5. So many people overthink their life, and in doing so, miss much of what could bring them joy and adventure. The wise old spirit sages may have sat and meditated in their lives, but whenever they were moved to act, they did so without hesitation, because they felt it more than they thought it. They trusted their inner selves. When your inner self is shouting at you to act, don't sit back. Your instinct is telling you that it is time to take your life to a whole new level now. So believe in what you're doing and remember to enjoy it too. 69! I was just talking about counterparts, and now we have this counterpart connection. 69 is also symbolic of making a choice to follow your higher self, my friend. To take your higher self's hand and say, I trust you, lead the way. I know it's hard to do that. I know it's hard to do that. I have so many goosebumps during this reading. It's crazy. Now, there's a card here I want to peek at. Because on the bottom, we have true love can never really be lost, 30. And that's a beautiful image right there, the two souls and that spark between them. I don't know if you can see the two souls. If you are a counterpart, it could be that this is part of your journey to start to go down your soul path by yourself. Perhaps, you know, your person needs to go down their soul path in regards to healing, trauma, karmic lessons. And by going down your soul path, shining a light down your own soul path, energetically it causes this person to do the same. That's why, you know, if you are feeling sad about your counterpart connection or feeling in despair, not being able to let go, it's time to walk down that path. It is. It's time to walk down your soul path. And what I'm seeing is two people who are surrounded by spirit guides who want them to be together. That's what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing spirit guides. I'm seeing possibly people from, or yourselves from past lives even. There's a lot of support here if you are dealing with a counterpart connection. And people ask me, like, why is it always that energy? That's what I channel. That's what I do. If you see, readers channel different things. But there's definitely some aspect of love here coming through again. That's weird. That's weird. Anyway. The path may be bumpy, but this will alter soon. So if right now it feels bumpy, it will alter soon. To love another is a wonderful thing. To be loved in return is the highest state the human being can achieve. The ascended masters in the higher realms of the spirit world have known love beyond the human condition and remind us that love in the human form may be perceived as incredible bliss when you experience it, or deep sorrow when you feel its absence. But when it has truly touched your life, it is forever, and neither time nor death can destroy it. Authentic love lives forever in your heart, not in your head, and that's why it hurts when you fix your thoughts on love lost or otherwise. It's best to feel it in your heart, where it can be truly understood and experienced. Remember, the head was made to think, the heart was made to feel. And this should say it right here. You could be feeling in despair because of a counterpart connection. And your spirit guides are here saying, trust your heart. Don't trust your logical mind. Trust your heart. What is your heart telling you? Here we go from yesterday. Your spirit guide can lead you, but can't do it for you. Hanged man energy. At some point, you have to let go. And when I say let go, I mean let go of the fear of putting yourself out there. Let go of the fear of playing, of being seen. Anyway, I am rambling. So, next, I want to get Work Your Light. And this is by Rebecca Campbell. Like I said, I don't use these cards a whole bunch on my channel. These were all cards I used when I was, you know, learning how to be a light worker, trying to figure out my path. Keepers of the Earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand behind you. And what did I say yesterday? Maybe you don't have your blood family anymore. Maybe you do feel like you stand alone, but you're not alone. We're all here with you. I'm here. Your guides are here. You've got other people here that are listening to me, resonating with this message. You're part of a tribe, my friend. Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? Yes! I'm going to read that. That's just interesting. Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? We have Warrior Woman. Interesting. All right. Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? And we also have Get Grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. My empaths, where are you at? I know you're here. If you are an empath, I feel the need to talk about things you hear as a child. If you're an empath, like a child who's an empath, you worry too much. You're too sensitive. Your guidance is divinely guided. You are being called to answer the call of your soul. It might be scary. It might not make sense. But if you trust your soul's yearning, you will live a life beyond what your mind could possibly imagine. You guys, I am living proof of that. I'm telling you, I am living proof. If I think back to like 3 years ago, completely different person, completely different life. It's crazy. Answering your soul's calling is not a one-time thing, rather than a lifelong dance. Deep down, you already know what you long for, what your soul yearns for. Whatever you are called to do, that is your calling, don't overthink it. Don't wait for permission, just say yes. Most people are waiting for a step-by-step plan before they take the first step. My ears are ringing, but intuition doesn't work like that. It takes faith and courage to answer the calls of your soul. Masculine energy. And that's why most people don't do it. But you are not most people, my friend. That's what it says. You are not most people. I added the my friend, obviously. You are in exactly the right place to answer your calling now. You don't need to know the whole plan. You don't even need to know where it is leading. You just need to take the next step. No one has ever had the complete perfect plan. There is no end destination. There is no right or right way. Blah, 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 blah. I'm getting so excited. There is no right or wrong way to do it, and you do not need permission from anyone else. Sometimes the more resistance we have around answering a soul's calling, the more important it is to our soul's growth. What is your soul calling you to do? For some of you, maybe your soul's calling you towards a counterpart. And maybe this counterpart is, I mean, for most of you, I'm talking about a light mission, but I just felt, you know, maybe your soul's calling you towards a counterpart and you have to like leave a connection, or you have to stand up to your family's beliefs in whatever, because maybe this person is different. Your soul knows what's right for you, so listen to your soul, not anybody else. All right, my friends, let's see what else wants to come up. We have creating heaven on earth. It's happening. Lemuria? I don't know. I'm trying. Oh my gosh. Is this transmission card? Is this transmission? I think it is. Okay. 114. It's on page 114. Ones and fours could be symbolic. Anyway. Lemuria, or Mu, is one of the Earth's lost lands, where heaven really was a place on Earth. Now I'm hearing heaven is a place on Earth. You say in heaven love comes first. Ooh. You know the song I'm talking about. A time before we were kicked out of the Garden of Eden. In Lemuria, life worked in harmony. All beings were seen as equal, and we were deeply reverent to Mother Earth. We knew that a mosquito was no worse than us, and the sun no better. Perhaps you too believe that heaven really can be a place on Earth. Perhaps you are part of the transition team who at a soul level are devoted to creating this kind of harmony on the planet right now. Thank you for wanting to do this work. Aww. It's easy to get overwhelmed by the state of affairs on the planet right now, but you are being encouraged to keep holding the clear vision of the future. It is closer than you think. I'm telling you guys, the more of us that are shining our light out there, the better. Let's just drown everybody out with our sunshine. You may be guided to hold the frequency of Lemuria in your own community, family, workplace, or within yourself. Know that it is possible, and while at times it may feel like you are alone, you truly are not. Yay, we're not alone. There are hundreds of thousands who hold the codes of this ancient lost land, and even Lemuria crystals that hold the codes of remembering that are beginning to rise all over the planet. Keep doing what you are doing, and remember, the only way to heal the world around us is to first heal ourselves. Oof. I love it. I love it. I hold the codes of Lemuria and believe that heaven really can be a place on earth. That is beautiful. You guys, my soul tribe. I love it. I have chills. Trust the niggle. Trust the niggle. Okay, this is such an important card for me. I bought this deck. I'm pretty sure when I was trying to figure out what was going on when I had met my counterpart, I had no idea. Like I had never felt any kind of soul connection, and I had learned how to switch my intuition right off. I was completely driven by my logical mind and my ego. I feel the need to read this card. Trust the niggle. Trust the niggle. For the person who commented that you listened to me driving home after work, hello, have a good drive. Beep, beep. That niggling feeling, that annoying niggling feeling, that inconvenient, annoying niggling feeling. Try as you might, it's there and it's not going anywhere. Most people spend years ignoring their niggling feelings, throwing their best dollops of stubbornness, ego, and post-rationalization to numb them out. It's exhausting, and until you face the niggle, life just throws you more bait to awaken it, to draw your attention to the light within you that is bursting to come out. The niggle is an arrow pointing to what is standing in your way, the relationship, the conversation, the decision the shift that needs to be made, the stone in your shoe. Often we feel that the niggling feeling in our body, first. Many people think that intuition is something from the higher realms, but it is in fact the body that is the intuitive one, working through our senses to deliver vibrational information. It just takes a moment every day to scan your body to receive the intuitive intelligence and to act on it quickly. You are being called to face the niggle now. If you don't face it, the universe will throw something much bigger and much more obvious in your path. What did I say about the tower? You can either climb down gracefully or they can throw you right out of it. And then you will likely regret that you didn't answer the niggle in the first place. I know it's scary, but you are safe. Answer the niggle now. Oh. So, let's keep going. I want to make sure this is still recording. I'm going to straighten it a bit. There we go. All right, so that was the Work Your Light Oracle. I'm going to get one from the Starseed Oracle, same author. We have Whale and Orca Elders, share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. So some of you could be singers. Some of you could even work with music somehow. Beautiful energy. Orca. Did anybody else love Free Willy as much as me? No, just me. I love that movie. Whoops. Big picture thinking. Interesting. Come on. Oh my goodness gracious. That was one about micromanaging the universe. Surrender to the sweetness. So let's see what you need to hear, my friend. We have cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. Interesting. Longing for home, homesick for the stars. So you could be someone who, you know, doesn't have a lot of family, doesn't have a lot of friends. Starseeds, this is a starseed deck, and starseeds often say that they don't feel like they belong anywhere, that they feel kind of alien. Starseeds are also the children of, it's a very lonely journey because you have, let's say you have, I don't know the right terminology, but in every like family's history, lineage, whatever you call it, whatever the right terminology is, you know, there's karmic cycles, there's trauma, there's addiction, there's all of these things that need healing. And usually there's one child in the entire history of the family that's meant to heal it all. And it can be a very lonely life. So if that's you, my heart goes out to you. I'm on a rock over here waving. Hi. Anyway, I want to read this because I think this is important for somebody because of this energy right here. And what I mean, what I was talking about earlier with counterparts, you know, it could be that you've hit rock bottom and you've lost all hope. And maybe it's time, the way mirroring works is for you to surrender to your soul path, surrender to whatever your soul's trying to push you towards, and then mirroring energy, this person then starts to go through that as well. I feel like for a lot of people, feminine's soul path redirects them on, like, how do I explain this? For feminines, it's once they're focusing on their soul path that the masculines awaken to the spiritual connection. Oops, did I pass it? So this is cracked open. Don't let the weight and the density of the world squash your tender spirit. Instead, let it call even more of it home into your body, at the center front of your life. It's through the extreme pressures of life's trials that diamonds are cultivated. It's when things are at their darkest that we cultivate proper faith and our light is ignited. It's through the crumbling that we can allow our wounds to be alchemized. Let your pain, sorrow, and losses make you, not break you. Let life alchemize your tragedies into gold. Be open to being cracked open, wide open. It's the difficult times that help us grow in leaps and bounds, and in any ways we could only dream were possible. But first, they have to crack us open. Sometimes it hurts like hell. It's nature's way. Whether you let it happen or not, it's going to happen, so surrender to the process. It's how the light gets in. When your heart cracks open, a space is created for your soul to more fully enter. When your soul cracks open, a space is created for the grace of the Holy Spirit to enter. Let your trials, your sorrows, your pains, and your losses transform you into more and more of yourself. Stay open to the possibility that your tragedies, your losses, and your sorrows and your hurts happened for you, not to you. Bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open, because the world needs you open. Surrender to the alchemy of life. All right, so let's get a couple of these cards. Well, let's see what comes out. We'll see if two want to come out. All paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition. Turn your gaze within. All paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition. Turn your gaze within. 34, my friends. 34. Emperor, Empress. If you are a divine counterpart, turn your gaze within now, especially if you're feeling hopeless about your counterpart situation. It's time to go within. It's time to focus on your soul path. Interesting. It's normal to look at the external world for answers and guidance. What's revolutionary is turning your gaze inward. You're being called to source your guidance from within, to study the terrain of your inner landscape, to develop a reliable relationship with your soul. The more time you spend connecting with your soul, the deeper the connection will become. I'm also getting, right away, I saw 9 of Pentacles here. And the only reason I think is because I do have a deck where the 9 of Pentacles are like discs like this. Anyway, it does give me 9 of Pentacles energy, you know, focusing on self. The challenge for empaths is staying connected without cutting off from the world. The best way to do this is develop a daily practice that helps you keep checking in, to draw on the wisdom within that let that be the authority in your life. If this card appears, you may be called to develop or switch up your spiritual practice, to get in the habit of turning your gaze within, getting centered for the day before consuming anything from the outside world, to start from a feeling of at-homeness, and throughout each day to find simple ways to keep coming home. This doesn't mean switching off from the realities of today's world. We need as many conscious people as possible living with their eyes wide open. Rather, it's a call to start your day from a place of connectedness, grace, and devotion, So when you go out into the world and when you let the world in, you do it from an unshakable state of being, a state where you draw your strength, authority, and guidance from a place deep, deep within. I'm telling you, Nine of Pentacles energy, I'm feeling it. This might just be a reading of all oracle cards, which is fine with me. Okay, Spirit, let's get one more from this deck. Your life is a canvas. Artist, manifestation, creative accountability. So let's see what that one says, you guys. Well, you're not for everyone. I'm going to read this. Excuse me, friends. Friends, can I interrupt your reading to read this to myself? I think this is important because we were talking, like I started my reading talking to you guys about the comment section, right? So I feel the need to read this because if you're going to be putting yourself out there, you're going to learn that people are going to judge you. People are going to tell you that you're weird or that you're demonic. The world is filled with people who, no matter what you do, just won't like you. But it's also filled with those who will love you fiercely. My people! They are your people. You're not for everyone, and that's okay. Talk to the people who can hear you. Don't waste your precious time and gifts trying to convince others of your values. They won't ever want what you're selling. Don't try and convince them to walk alongside you. You'll be wasting both of your time and theirs and will likely inflict unnecessary wounds that will take precious time to heal. You're not for them and they're not for you. Politely wave them on and continue on your way. Sharing your path with someone is a sacred gift. Don't cheapen it by rolling yours in the wrong direction. Keep facing your true north. Pulling this card means that your tarot reader wanting to talk about it means that you're being called to embrace your own uniqueness, to own your weirdness. Yes, own your weirdness. Fly that freak flag. To let the world see you for who you truly are, to reveal your multifaceted, multidimensional nature, not to dim your light according to who is in your presence, to own all parts of yourself so that your people, the ones who are the same kind of weird as you, can recognize you when your paths cross. Crazy pants, my crazy pants people. I love it. Thank you for letting me read that because I feel like it was an important message for both of us. You're the artist of your life, and your life is a canvas. Take responsibility for your ability to create. Earth is known as the planet of manifestation. Your present moment is based on your past thoughts and beliefs. Your current thoughts determine your future. What kind of life do you want to create for the future? What are you being called to create? Reconnect with your manifesting power and align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with a vibration that matches them. It's never too late to start, and no experience is required. All you need is an open heart and a mind and a consistent daily action. If you're not sure what you'd like to create, start instead with a feeling of deep gratitude for all that's good in your life right now. State out loud what you're most thankful for. Look for the good in your life, and one thing will be certain. You'll find yourself attracting more and more good experiences into your world. This card is inviting you to see your entire life as a canvas, and the picture is completely up to you. Color it with your thoughts and feelings. Create the life that you most long to live. You may also be called to be You may also be called to be more creative in your everyday life. What have you been called to create? How can you express yourself more creatively? Some of you might just need to that niggle. I talked to you guys about that, how I started a TikTok about being autistic. And I just had this niggling feeling to do it. Niggle, 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 niggle. And I was like, maybe you could find friends that way. Maybe you'd find your people. And I had no idea what I was doing, and I just put myself out there. Maybe some of you need to just kind of put yourself out there, even if it is just on like Instagram or whatever other platforms there are, or TikTok. Anyway. All right, my friends, let's get... This is Sacred Creator Oracle. And I love this one. So we'll see what wants to come out for my light workers, my family. Whoops. Cozy up with risk. Oh my goodness. Cozy up with risk. So let's have a look at what that is. Right away, I'm seeing root chakra energy with this card. You know, I'm feeling that putting yourself out there, taking a risk. 61, 7, Chariot energy moving forward. Fearless pursuit of your dreams. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, love it, love it, love it. Yay. Yay. Fearless pursuit of your dreams. An ability to successfully manage calculated and uncalculated risk, pushing past fear, new opportunities, creative expansion of what's possible, learning to control the monkey mind. Yes. Learning to bless fear and move ahead anyway, focusing on the goal. Risk is inevitable when you are pursuing your dreams. So go on, cozy up, and get to know each other. Risk is a little bit like a campfire. Both need to be watched and tended carefully. Neither should be feared. And respect and responsibility are part of the deal. And just as a campfire can be a magical catalyst for 100 wonderful stories, risk can be the catalyst for 100 realized dreams. Encountering risk means that you are aware, pushing boundaries and innovating, and you are bravely trying new things, testing ideas and living. Trust that your reward will be waiting for you when you take your leap of faith, and that you'll find your soft landing in love, in your investments, or in your creations. This is the catalyst for something better. You are working towards an extraordinary life, and the only way to arrive passes right by the warm, inevitable glow of the unknown. Are you worrying without any real cause? Are you stressed when things go exactly as planned? Are you blowing your risk out of proportion? Are you ruminating over things you cannot change? Are you worrying about something that hasn't even happened yet? What area in your life requires a little bit more trust from you? So, the shadow side of this card, which you may be feeling, my friend, says feeling stuck, an inability to move forward, feeling controlled by fear or uncertainty, a time to release negative thought patterns, being realistic about risk tolerance. Fear of risk is paralyzing growth, the potential to be taking too many uncalculated risks to the point of recklessness. I think that's magical that came out. All right, let's see what else wants to come out from my family here. Find your sacred flow. 12. So maybe you're in Hanged Man energy right now with someone, and it's time for you to find your sacred flow in this period of reflection. Finding your flow state, your unique rhythm, bringing spirituality, my right ear is ringing, into the solution, in flow with the universe, pausing, surrendering, taking control, taking time to surrendering control, taking time to understand other perspectives and your own, Empress energy. Your sacred flow. Interesting. Some of you could be in distorted King of Cups energy right now, or were in the past. A habit of copying this is a shadow. A habit of copying someone else's steps, overscheduling your time, being a martyr, putting others' needs in front of your own, a need for self-care and a sacred pause. Your sacred flow. Each one of those words is a powerful medicine for your creator spirit. Tune into your own rhythm and actively schedule your own unique sacred flow into your life every day. This may mean stopping to nap, exercise, or meditate during the day if that's what makes your heart sing. It may mean scheduling something sacred into your planner, something epic even. What makes you feel alive and in flow with the world? Are you leaving time for that thing? If something is encroaching on your flow time, you may need to set clear boundaries and prioritize this sacred break. Be sure you aren't giving up your personal space so that someone else can benefit. Don't be a martyr. This space is desperately needed for you to find your center. If you are feeling pressure to make an important decision, right now is not the time to give an answer you aren't completely sure of. Go with the flow of not knowing. Sleep on it. Surrender to not having all of the answers and know that everything will be revealed when you gift yourself the space of distance, stillness, and perspective. When have you lost yourself in doing instead of thinking? What activity has made you get into that flowing state of Zen and just being? How do you get into that sacred zone, that place where time stands still and everything else falls away? If you were to flip your opinion on its head, what perspective would you be gifted? I'm not going to lie, I'm feeling a lot of separation energy with that card. So, perhaps this is a time for you to focus on yourself right now, my friend. When they talk about activity that gets you in the state of Zen and just being, that's where you lose time. So you no longer care what time it is or what's happening in 3 hours or when that show's coming on. And it doesn't even occur to you to look at the clock. Like, I haven't looked at the clock. I don't know. I look to see if it's still recording though. All right. Oh, I wanted to just show you this one. Ambush fear with your ferocious dream. I feel like I have to take that one, you guys, because it's kind of a vibe with the rest of the reading, in my opinion. So where is it? Right here. 51. Hierophant energy, spiritual wisdom, spiritual growth. Magician energy, taking action towards your Hierophant energy, whatever that is to you, towards your soul purpose. A time to be courageous, standing up to fear for the big sacred win. A great time to take a risk, your dream being within reach. See, I told you it had to be here. Plus, it's an elephant, my favorite. Your fear is an indicator that you are brave enough to challenge the status quo. It is normal to experience fear on the road to success. Every successful creator on the planet has had moments when they were worried that their idea may not work. Learn to manage your self-doubt and do it anyway. Tell fear to move out of the way and know that your prosperity will come when you are courageous enough to follow your own light, down your own path. Interesting. Innovation always coexists with vulnerability, so allow them to live inside of your dream together. You won't have all of the answers, but remember, most of the time, the unknown is not nearly as terrible as you could imagine it to be. Sometimes your big fear will actually be as tiny as the field mouse that blocks the elephant's path. Like a gentle giant, use your great power, presence, inspiration, and regal fierceness to stand up and do it anyway. Excuse me. Find your bravery and go for it. Your dream is worth it. Fear is a nasty naysayer. How do you respond when it screams mean girl insults like, I'm not good enough, I'm not ready, I look like crap, why would they listen to me, what if I fail? How often do you move ahead in spite of fear? How are you making sure that the desire to reach your dream is infinitely bigger than the fear you may have of taking a risk? All right, I'm gonna get, we're almost there. I'm gonna get one out of this deck, which is the Priestess of Light. I thought it was very important to get one from the Priestess of Light, my friends. So let's just get one out here. All right, Spirit, what do we need to hear? What do we need to hear, Spirit? We have courage. You guys, what did I say about how I wish I had lions? Courage, strength, fierceness, family. All right, the wind is blowing today. Howling. Courage. It's on page 30, Empress energy. It's also High Priestess energy with 2. The lion looks ahead to the time before him with a tranquil courage, ready for anything. He reveals that an important event is on the horizon for you. A situation may require that you summon up your courage and perhaps take a few risks. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. The lion is known as the king of beasts because of his mighty roar and regality. Regality, is that how you say it? This situation facing you may involve direct action or strong communication of some sort. You must have the courage to express your truth. Speak your truth with passion. Anyway. Where was I? I get so excited I can't even... You must have the courage to express your truth and make your desires known and to take action on your own behalf, no matter what or whom you're dealing with. The word courage comes from the French word for heart. This card is telling you, even if you have felt uncertain or frightened in the past, now you have the strength of heart. I'm seeing Braveheart from... or Lionheart, not Braveheart. Lionheart from the Care Bears, the lion. Braveheart, weird. Maybe that's symbolic for someone. You now have the strength of heart to face your life with self-actualized clarity, whether it's regarding a relationship or a situation at work or home. The action you engage in or expression of your truth will now be blessed by the purity of your own divine heart. The lion is a social animal that lives in family groups, so on a practical level, this card may be sending a message regarding to that experience. You may need to care for a family member or encourage them to take greater care of themselves. A new member of the family may also be coming your way. Your affirmation: I bring the courage of my soul to all of the issues of my life. I stand in my true power now and always. Beautiful. I got so excited to see you, Mr. Lion. And we also have the White Light Oracle, which I thought we'd get one from there, just to, you know. Sign. I don't even know what that card is, but I'm taking it. Guys, you cannot tell me that's not meant to be. Like, that's amazing. I tell my partner about my readings, and I don't think he understands that it's not work to me. Like, it's really enjoyable. I'd rather do this than watch a movie. And today, when I was on my way up here, he said, you know, have fun with your readings. And I said, oh, I will. And then he said, I hope you have a magical time. I was like, yay, it will be magical. 44, 44, 888, 44, 888, 55. I don't even know what this card says. But I just couldn't ignore. I couldn't ignore it, you guys. I could not ignore that. Your heart has a heightened connection with the higher realms of consciousness and light. A blessing, empowerment, and positive omen shall enter your world. Doors will open up for you. Abundance and prosperity are headed your way. Take care of your heart. Ask for spiritual assistance, and it shall be granted. Something negative is going to transform into something positive. And I'm gonna read the whole thing. Ishtar is the queen of the night, a dark goddess of loss and letting go, but also a priestess of light, who holds the keys to renewal from suffering. She is relentless in her pursuit of the path to true inner freedom. She willingly surrenders her attachments and her identities, even separating herself temporarily from her loved ones, with such boldness and confidence that she crosses into the realms where others dare not go. She experiences vulnerability, and in that state discovers deep truth. Ishtar is the capacity of the soul to integrate our experiences. After reaching the greatest depths of suffering, she emerges and reinstates upon her rightful throne with even greater wisdom, spiritual power, and compassion. In a reading, she is a guardian and symbol of resurrection. Oh my God. Gosh, sorry. I hate saying oh my God. I did a pick a card yesterday. I can't remember which pile it was. And I kept saying resurrection, and that's not a word I use a lot. So much that all I could think of was alien resurrection. And now here, resurrection is here. So maybe you watched that pile. Where was I? Resurrection. You shall rise again. Those who have felt as though their identity or any other marker of their security Those who have felt as though their identity or any other marker of security has been torn away from them are her children. What does that mean? They will find their way back to peace and prosperity under her auspices. If you have been suffering, this oracle indicates the end of struggle is imminent. You shall be restored with so much more than what you have lost. Ishtar is depicted in the Queen of the Night relief that dates back over 4,000 years from ancient Babylon, which was located in the lands of present-day southern Iraq. She is a bird woman priestess with talons and wings, flanked by owls and lions. She holds sacred tools, a rod and a ring in her hands, is bejeweled and naked, symbolizing her power and freedom. Her symbols are the gate, the 8-pointed star, and the lion. She is considered the goddess of the planet Venus, but the star Sirius is also sacred to her. Its rise each year marks her ascent from the dark realms, which ensures prosperity and good fortune for the year ahead. Her jewels and tools represent her great power and effectiveness. The stars represent her higher consciousness and loving wisdom, and they are a sign of great blessings in your life, indicating prosperity, peace, healing, and love. We're not done yet, my friends. The Lion's Gate falls when the sun is in Leo. You know what? That thing that I showed you, I believe I wrote it during a Lion's Gate portal. That's insane. I believe I wrote it on August 8th or whatever it is. August 8th, yeah. Anyway, that's interesting. Leo is the sign of the lion, the astrological ruler of the heart, and the animal totem sacred to Ishtar. The rising of Sirius took place on the 26th of July in ancient Egypt, which marked the beginning of the Egyptian New Year. In modern times and different latitudes, the date for the rising of Sirius varies considerably. Nonetheless, the eighth day of the 8th month is considered especially potent, and when combined with the 8-pointed star of Ishtar, the numerical frequency of the spirit portal or doorway that opens on 8 August, oh my gosh, I'm losing it, on August becomes 888. The 888 frequency will stimulate your soul in its unique way. It facilitates a deepening intimacy between the spiritual worlds and the earth plane, an amplification of light, and an outpouring of positive blessings for humanity. It is believed many, if not all, cosmic avatars who come to the earth as advanced spiritual guides hail from Sirius and make their blessings increasingly available to humanity during the opening between the worlds. This oracle brings a message of breakthrough and healing, of a significant lightening up of your life and the end of a deeply challenging cycle in your life. There is a special divine, I don't know what that word is, by the oracle of Ishtar's Lion's Gate 888, where hope has been difficult to find or all seems lost. The light shall return and beautiful blessings are destined to unfold in your life. Okay then. Beautiful. Let's make sure this is still recording. It is. It's only, an hour and 11 minutes. 111. All right. So this is another deck I got, and it is for creatives. So I wanted to bring it out and use it for you guys today. I'm just going to give it a quick shuffle, and we'll just see what comes out. I'm not quite sure what to expect here, but we'll see what wants to come out for my light workers here. Right away, we have one. Creative relics. It was a strong idea once, perhaps, but sometimes you outgrow ideas. Evolution is more powerful than achieving outdated goals. So that could be about a past career, or that could be like about your current situation, your current career. And evolution is important, Sometimes we outgrow, sometimes we can find our soul calling and still outgrow it 10 years later, like me with photography. And evolution is powerful. So if you are going through a change, I know change is scary, but imagine a life where you didn't change at all. How boring would that be? What would you do every day? You'd be unhappy. Creative recognition. Excuse me. Acclaim, the pat on the shoulder, and the shiny things are significant, but they don't affect the truth of your work. You are not defined by these. You are creative. You create because you are a creative. So for those of you who, it's important not to watch your likes or focus on how many people are liking it. Trust that what you're creating is getting to the right audience. It's getting to who it's meant to be. Once you start creating things that you think people want to see, you're going to lose your true audience. You know, if you're pretending to be someone else or mimicking someone else, you're not going to find your true audience. And just remember that a lot of creatives go a long time, not a long time, but a lot of creatives have to work to get to a point where they're actually earning money in that creative endeavor. Anyway, I'll always give you a spiritual pat on the back for your work, my friend. Creative numbers. No one really derives joy from signs of success. It's a project done well, meeting its audience. The numbers on that can be small, but significant still. Interesting. It's interesting how I've been talking about don't pay attention to your numbers. Don't pay attention to the views. Don't pay attention to how many likes you're getting. I know a lot of creators build that into their spiel, like, make sure you like this, all the power to them. To me, I think that if you don't obsess over that, that's when you find your message actually gets out there, in my opinion. Creative action. You have to start in order to finish. You can't flow without movement. There's a lot about taking action towards your creative endeavor, my friend. Creative experience. Listen, I can explain something that I'm going through. I've been intuitively feeling like I should start making content on TikTok again, not for tarot, but for, the mental health things that I'm interested in. Autism, being ADHD. I am a trans supporter. And I've been struggling with my ego with that, like who will want to hear that? But I'm going to start doing it. Like that's what my intuition is telling me to start doing, to start focusing on again. So I'm going to do it. And you have to start in order to finish. You have to put yourself out there. Creative experience. This is what you're really here for. No matter the outcome, you signed up to use your creative intelligence. So it doesn't really matter what the outcome is, if it makes you famous, if it, I am a firm believer in once you're doing what your soul is meant to be doing, you will experience abundance. But just remember, your soul signed up for this. Your soul knows what you signed up for, and that's why it's important to listen to that soul and what it's trying to tell you. Creative deep dive. In search of treasure, but it's okay to lose the map. Go deep. It's okay to not know what your gift is. It's okay to... I had no idea what my gift is. I would Google, like, how do you know what your spiritual gift is? I don't even know. Like, people ask me, I don't know. I meditated. I just did what my intuition told me to do. I really just listen to my intuition. Like right now, my intuition is telling me to get into scrying with water, which I've never... I don't even understand it. But the other day I found myself looking it up, and that's my higher self being in charge. Creative safety. Being seen and feeling exposed are not the same thing. Find safety within your knowing and self-belief. That's beautiful. Being seen and feeling exposed are not the same thing. Interesting. Let's get one more. One more. Creative surfaces, shiny a lot of the time, but not necessarily deep. Creativity is a layering process. Keep digging, then building. Interesting. For this one, I do want to say that it takes time to find your creativity. I tell my kids that, like, they'll draw, like, one of my kids wants to be an animator, and they say, but I'm not very good at drawing. And I'm like, but every day you draw a picture, you know, you get better and better and better and better. You get better at it. You know, for this one, for example, if you're learning how to read tarot, it's okay to memorize the technical terms of the cards or to kind of depend on the technical terms of the cards while you learn them. And, you know, keep digging, then building. That's, people ask me how I learn tarot. That's how. I mean, I just keep watching tarot. I keep learning about tarot. I keep listening to different interpretations of different tarot cards. I keep looking up numbers, what they mean. Anyway, I think I will leave it there, my friends. I'm not even going to use any tarot because that just spoke for itself. I don't even know who's still here, but thank you for staying. I hope you have a beautiful day. I'm going to pop over to the face one now and do a love reading. Anyway, I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Enjoy your Friday if you're watching this when I post it, but whenever you find it, enjoy your day, and remember, I'm sending you a hug and I love you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, my friends.